This movie is excellent on every level possible.
This is a beautiful movie with great performances in it.
Images from this film stay in my mind.
I think it's just almost like a perfect movie.
It is definitely an essential.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest from 1975.
This is Jack Nicholson absolutely at his best.
Louise Fletcher gives what I think is truly one of the unforgettable performances on film.
This film is an ensemble. It's absolutely nothing without the supporting cast.
This is one of those few movies that I think works on every level.
You think it might be possible to turn that music down so maybe a couple of the boys could talk?
That music is for everyone, Mr. McMurphy.
Yeah, I know, but you think we might ease it down a little bit so maybe the boys didn't have to shout? Huh?
What you probably don't realize is that we have a lot of old men on this ward who couldn't hear the music if we turned it lower. That music is all they have. Your hand is staining my window.
Sorry, man.
All right.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes.
Favorite film of mine.
Mine too.
It's such a good movie. Why do you like it so much?
Well, it's hard not to like it. Certainly, it's Jack Nicholson. It's hard to imagine that he wasn't a star before this. He was. He'd come off of Chinatown. He'd already done 5 Easy Pieces. And I always think of this as being the one that, you know, made it for him. He was already there, but this is the one that really shot him to the moon.
Right.
It is his vein of gold. It is what he does, like no one else does it.
Jesus, I mean, you guys do nothing but complain about how you can't stand it in this place here, and then you haven't got the guts just to walk out?
And it's purely his, except, again, this is an ensemble film with a group of the most insanely wonderful, and I say insanely wonderful supporting actors. And I would name them all, but there's so many, you know, Christopher Lloyd and Danny DeVito and Sidney Chesick, the chief, which is Will Sampson, then the performance of Louise Fletcher.
Yeah, Louise is so wonderful in it.
If Mr. McMurphy doesn't want to take his medication orally, I'm sure we can arrange that he can have it some other way.
It's also a great example of, you have to have an actor that's at the helm of it, like Jack Nicholson, who allows the other actors to have their moments.
No question. I mean, Jack is so crafted. He's so talented. And I don't think he even hesitates to allow all the other characters to be as rich and alive as they need to be. It feels very improvisational. I think there was a lot of improv, but I think it became set improv, where they work it and improv it and then set it, because there's a feeling of its discipline behind it.
Right. But also, this had been a play, not a successful play. It had been a book, certainly. But also, it's like, it wasn't, though, written in granite that this really worked, that this is going to work wonderfully.
No.
So when they're going in there, they're working with material that they can't be quite sure how this is going to come off.
Yeah.
And that they trusted it and that they did it, and it came off so well.
Yeah.
But I want to talk a little about Louise, because I think she's, even though she won an Academy Award for it, I'm not sure she's given credit for what she does as much as she deserves.
Performance
a skilled,
it is.
and it's so subdued and so lethal and so frightening.
One of the things that's interesting is how she keeps her own rhythm, which is very hard to do when the rest of the room, and Jack especially, is so kinetic. It's so, you know, on this level. And she keeps her own rhythm. She never allows herself to step outside of her rhythm and join his rhythm. And it makes it very, very eerie.
Yeah, makes her even more frightening.
Very frightening.
Yeah.
Those are very challenging observations you made, Randall.
So you also got the right director for it.
Yes.
Milos Forman.
Yes.
You know, maybe a European attitude thrown in there helped too.
I don't know.
Yeah. One never knows. But when that chemistry works, that's why there's nothing more exciting than film, when everything works.
Yeah.
And it really works on this one.
It really
on all
works.
levels.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at it right now. From 1975, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.